What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Brother Boosie is very entertaining. Unfortunately, God bless his heart, he's not that smart. Brother Boosie, if you were to give him 50 IQ points, he would still be struggling. God bless his heart. And, I don't know what's going on out there in Baton Rouge. You got Kevin Gates spitting in people's mouths and stuff like that. You got Boosie, you got NBA Youngboy. That particular city, brothers and sisters, I don't know what's going on in Baton Rouge, but we're going to have to yet keep praying for our people in that city. God is able. If God can do anything, he can do everything but fail. But it seems like he had an off day when it came to brother Boosie, Kevin Gates, and NBA Youngboy. We don't know. Maybe he has a plan for them that we don't know nothing about. But we yet praying for them. Now, Boosie has made some commentary about some of his children. Now, it's interesting. He doesn't want his kids to be, and for him, we could say it was a letdown that his daughter ended up being gay. Okay? Daughter ended up being gay. But now he's concerned about young men being gay, which is interesting because he should be worried about his daughter, but he's worried about everybody else. But he was recently on this podcast in which he talked about what we should do for 15-year-old young boys who we need to make sure that they don't become trans or LGBTQ. Let's play that clip.
The only thing I could think of right now is that he's going to be homeschooled. Yeah, I don't want to put him in an area where they're like, no, there's actually more than two genders. And they're going to try to convince him to believe this lie that isn't true.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's up to a father to do that. You know, as a father, we got to be more hands-on. We got to be more hands-on with raising our kids and letting them know what's right. By the time they're 16, you got to be pushing people. You got to be pushing 15, you got to start sending them to the movies with the girl, because, you know, if they don't get blinded by what they see on TV and things like that. As dads, we got to be a part of that, because if we let them just watch what everybody sees, they will stray that way.
So again, you guys heard what he is talking about. Brother Boosie is not that smart. Let me disclose why I'm saying that. Firstly, who are these 15-year-old boys going to be doing the do with? Now, we know that Boosie has admitted to buying his 14-year-old some behind. And as much as we want to talk about something, let me say this. I know for young men, we don't think about that. We think about sexual abuse from older men to young men. And, there is this whole myth of, let's say, for example, well, if he's young, let him become a man and practice and all of that at a young age. Here's where I disagree with that. It teaches young men not to be able to bond with women. Okay? This is what we got to understand. I don't agree. If I was like 15 or 16, yeah, I would have loved to, be sleeping with my idol that was, female, at the time was Mary J. Blige. But I mean, when I was 16 or 17. I would have loved that. But the thing is, there are guys who've done that and end up still being what? Gay. What about this guy who alleges that Danny Boy says when he was young, okay, he was sleeping with Mary J. Blige. All right. He said he was 16 and he was hitting it. Danny Boy is extremely gay now, because if you're gay, it don't matter what you was doing before. You're still gay. Do you understand that? A person who is gay is gay. They're gay. Period. Point blank. Like, have you understood that? It don't matter what you introduce them to. It's plenty of folk who gay got kids. Plenty of folk who gay been married. Plenty of folk who, like I said, like that's dumb. And then you don't want these young kids out here, disrespecting the little young girls, trying to sleep with them, not taking them serious, and then hoeing them out. You don't need that. I don't think that's the answer. See, but that is a pooky answer. That's not a well thought out answer. And the thing about, somebody paid that money to bring Boosie ass on there to say something stupid like that. That's why we don't have nothing, because these people are silly. Okay, they are really silly. It doesn't make no goddamn sense at all. It don't make no sense. It's the stupidest thing that you can think about. What's to say that? You know what? I think that we need to basically, do if you don't set your ass down, bruh, sit down. Firstly, if you don't want the agenda in there, put your kids in private school if you can afford it. That's the best way to do it. Get your kids, put them in private school so they are not dealing with what you're talking about right now. Get them into Christian school, Catholic school. I don't know if that's going to help. But then if you want to talk to your kids about, what identities you have, that's fine. But we need to stop trying to tell people like, well, you need your young boys out here screwing and all this stuff, because what if they get pregnant? You're a 15-year-old father. Then you end up like NBA Youngboy or Boosie. Men who don't have no wives, men who not that smart, men who just go out here just having all kind of babies. Then you're not like, all because you don't want the child to have a certain sexuality. When has that ever worked? Again, this doesn't make sense, because somebody got to be out there sleeping with somebody's daughter. And we got to also protect, and I know y'all not gonna like this, but we've seen what the black community is like when you have a community with pookie men and young women out here doing whatever. We've seen what black America has become. Nothing is not nice. It's not nice. We don't need more pookies and pookishas running around here dusting it up. We don't need that. We don't need it. Okay? If anything, we need these young women respecting these men, and these men respecting these women. I'm sorry, man. It's the only way out. Sorry. I have to change I have to be more extreme here. We cannot be out here thotting these chicks all the way out like that. I'm just, to a certain degree. Somebody got to take care of them. It's the only way it's going to work. All right. Let him be learning how to do a business, learning how to take care of stuff, learning how to work with his people. Stop worrying about sex. All right. He'll have, or she'll have plenty enough time to go to the Motel 6 when they get of age. Teach them about the community. Teach them about how to do. See, that's what other groups are doing. Other groups don't think about, my son is 15 or 16. Let him go out there and clap some cheeks. No. What are the Jewish people teaching their kids? How to do this, how to do that, how to do X, Y, and Z. That is what we should be teaching people. Not sitting around talking about silly stuff like this. That, in my honest opinion, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. It is the dumbest thing that you can talk about, which is what Boosie does. He's very good at talking about things that don't make sense. It don't. Why does that make sense? Boosie, why? Like, tell me why that makes sense. Can you make light of that? No, he cannot. I know he can't. He can't. None of them can. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you. Just grab the bell. We're out.